Hey guys, we're back here with your boy Ocey Phillips again. And I just have been up for talking digital, right? So in today's video, we're ideally going to speak about um, a specific type of innovation. So we all know innovation is a word that's been flying around a lot. A lot of people talk about it in different ways. Um, there's different innovations from incremental to disruptive to moonshots. Um, and this one, we're taking a deep dive into, well, kind of deep dive into what's called combinatorial digital innovation, right? And it's really coined as an industry term for tech spaces. Now there's combinatorial innovation and there's combinatorial digital innovation. Both are similar. Both involve both tech or digital principles. So essentially, it's not that different, but it's new, and a lot of people don't really understand innovation itself. But the reason why I have held on to this, and I really want to put it in the series, that demystifying digital series, is a lot of people don't understand what innovation is. They fear it. A lot of people probably are doing innovation and haven't realized that, hey, we're actually doing some form of innovation. But initially, this would evolve into a framework of guidance, right? So things like design thinking, agile, and all these words would pop up. It really gives people a framework of how to do things. Everything I do now, especially in this series or for the past year and something, will be always fluid. Every framework that I put out, every document that I put out will be a live document, meaning that things will change. Something would be here now. I like to do things in sprints of 90 days. And then in that 90-day review, but then we come back to the table to know if we have to change anything. I do believe in planning for 10 and 15 years or even 5 years ahead. Yeah, you could have an end goal, but that should be live and dynamic, means that could change, because as a business, we all need to pivot, switch, we all need to change gears. And that's what makes it interesting. Some of the big companies are robust, and to implement something, they have to wait till the board meets. Certain managers have to sign off. It has to involve multiple departments, and we all know that different types of innovation may not be that feasible. But for this, I think this could work across any industry, and I also think that this could be a way out for a lot of Caribbean businesses, whether multinational, whether big conglomerates. This type of innovation works, right? So the key premise is really like, it's supposed to be like a bespoke or a customized, a tailored integration of technology functions, right? And some say it could relate to like an invention process because of how you individually put together different types of technologies or technology functions, right? So that could be your differentiating factor, because some people may have these same 9 or 10 different technologies, but how they put them together makes it different. One would add more value to one industry, you understand? And I don't think any two things are the same, but it really differs from innovation, because pure innovation somehow relates to some kind of invention. But this is really about the approach or the final product or the service that adds value to your customer. So it really ties into your business model and your value chain, right? So this is not just, hey, let's do radical information. No, this is how we combine things for your specific business, right? And I really want to say that it would change between, if you look at it from a perspective of service or product or different type of requirements from a customer, right? So let's jump in. So combinatorial innovation is, this definition says, is the use of multiple technology functions rather than a single tech stack, and creating new business capabilities by intelligently and creatively integrating them. Right? So what it says, all right, one tech stack, you may not want to use all Microsoft products. You may want to use, all right, Microsoft Office, fine, but then you may want to switch to a different product. You may not want to use Teams. You want to use Microsoft Office and Zoom. Then you may want to use Microsoft Office, Zoom, and then Zoho. Or you may want to use Microsoft Office, Zoom, and Salesforce. But then you may want to interact that with a different type of marketing technology, right? And then you may want to interact. So it really depends on your industry, right? So this says multiple technology functions. So you have to look at how functional the technology is. If the functions are in align with your business model. Business model meaning how you deliver value to your customers and get paid for it, right? And then your operational model, how do you generate value internally and go up the value chain, right? So make sure the functionality is tied in with both or even one, rather than using a tech stack. Because the truth is, some people may like Microsoft, but they may not like Teams. Some may like Teams, they may like Office. Google now has their share of document ecosystem that you could use. Some people may like Zoho, one part of Zoho, but they may not like everything from Zoho. I specifically do like Zoho Invoicing or Zoho Books, but then the CRM may be there. You may like Zoho One. I really like Zoho Backstage, but I don't like other parts of Zoho. So it really depends. Some things I rather click up for inbound and marketing. I love HubSpot. So it really depends on how do you find it. So some people are unconsciously doing that as we speak, but it's true that the systems aren't merged, so information isn't really traversing all the systems, and it's not seamless. It doesn't provide a seamless experience internally for staff. Some people may try to connect Zapier and different things, and hence the reason a lot of people try to go this custom route of building custom CRMs or custom documents internally, right? But this says, how do we use the multiple functions, right? Creating new business capabilities, most important, by intelligently and creatively integrating them. So it's not just the integration, but intelligently and creatively, right? I will jump into what the digital aspect of it. So this is digital combinatorial innovation, combinatorial digital innovation. Is the practice of using components of different digital technologies, right? Before it was multiple technology functions, right? So that is one key differentiator there. Now, technology, some people say, is anything that could make something faster, better, cheaper. So technology doesn't always have to be digital. So hence there's information technology, information communication technology. There's different types of technology, right? Hence this one says it's using digital technologies and trends, right, together to uncover new or better value and improve the value chain of your business, right? Value chain of your business. Because I would always say businesses don't compete with businesses. Value chains compete with value chains. You could be in the same market selling the exact same product as somebody else, and your business is doing way better, right? I always like to use a traditional view of stuff like, I always use KFC and Royal Castle here in Trinidad. KFC and Royal Castle are in the exact same business. They sell almost the exact same things. But however, one has a different value chain. KFC decided, here's what, let us do delivery to people because people can't come to us. Let's deliver to people. Years since I was a little boy, since I was 9, 10, right? Royal Castle now recently decided to do that in the pandemic, since we were under lockdown. So clearly, the value chain of KFC or Prestige Holdings has it that here's what, we need to differentiate ourselves, even from stuff like marketing, campaigns, even how they price their stuff, right? The value chain of KFC. I remember a dinner special being $19, went up to 23, went to 27, went to 30, went to 34, 37, and went to 40, went to $44. Then they realized that it wasn't selling at $44. They repurposed the exact same things that were in a dinner special. 3 pieces of chicken, a fries, and a drink, or side and a drink. And they repurposed it and dropped the price right back to $40, $39.99 to be exact, right? And then they called it a boss meal, or they call it a different name. And then they started to sell it, right? Royal Castle essentially don't have names for their products. So the value chain is clearly different, even though there are two people selling the exact same fries, chicken, sides, drink, water sandwich, right? So value chain is important. You have to realize what is the value chain of your business, right? And you have to look at it vertical. How do you do that? How do you go up the chain? How do you cut out the middleman? How do you become a supplier? How do you do all of that? Right? So you have to find out your business. What do you supply? Are you at the tail end of it? Are you just a retailer? Or are you the supplier? Do you manufacture everything? Do you manufacture the raw materials and every single thing that contributes to what you sell? Do you control the output of it? Right? If not, then you need to review and continuously move up, because those people are the people that make money, right? And that is where the real value is. So this really says, we go it over again. The digital innovation, right, or combinatorial digital innovation, is the practice of using components of different digital technologies. So as we're in this space, people are talking about digital transformation as a big buzz. A lot of people don't even know that they're not doing digital transformation, they're doing digital change. There's a video on that, on the difference between digital transformation. Is up on the slide, and it's up on my YouTube channel. You're looking at Demystifying Digital series. It's going to be there, right? You could take a look at that and see how, or if you're doing digital transformation, right? How do you navigate digital change? Or you look at digital readiness, digitalization, digital acumen, and all these type of things, right? So really and truly, again, we're talking about the practice of using the components of digital technologies and trends together to uncover new or better value. Because at the end of the day, value is what you want to commit to your customers. Business model is how you deliver value and get paid for it. Customers buy when they perceive value exceeds price, right? So perception of value exceeds price. And how do you improve the value chain of your business, right? So basically, the business purpose of this, right? The business purpose of this is to gain business advantage using multiple emerging technologies and to integrate them to solve your business problems in an agile way. Now, it can be done in a different way, not just agile, but the core purpose for that type of innovation in a business standpoint, or the purpose of it for a business, is to gain a business advantage against your competitors, to gain market share, right? How do you gather more? Because you're now exposed to a global village. How do you gain more market share? How do you meet new customers? And how do you integrate these digital technologies that you're merging, not creating something new? The only thing you're creating is the outcome, but you're merging these existing technologies or emerging technologies and integrate them intelligently to solve business problems in an agile way. Right, guys? So I hope this broke it down enough. You can leave it in the comments, leave your feedback in the comments as usual. I welcome your feedback. You can find all of this on my YouTube channel. You can find this and more, oceyphillips.com, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, everything Ocey Phillips. Like, share, subscribe. I hope that these things will add value to everybody. And again, these brain dumps are just here for me to exist to. I basically think right now that I exist to help businesses. I have a lot of experience, I have a lot of knowledge, and I think that it's blue ocean because nobody's trying to help businesses navigate this. So all of this I'm putting out there is to really help businesses. Somebody could take this for free, apply it, transform the business, and keep the doors open, keep the lights on, and essentially they don't have to send up staff and everything, right? So thank you guys. Let me know in the comments, the feedback. Stay tuned for the next video, and tune into the Demystifying Digital series. Peace.